I think it's Henry, isn't it, Ken?
Right, VK3 GK and the group VK3 Ian. Right, all round too, and good signals. A happy man. Yes. Now, whatever adjustments you've made to that tuner, that has been worthwhile. I think this is just about the best that I've heard you in signal strength and quality. Arthur, you're not bad, 5 and 8. And Ken, you're the usual, and David, of course, you're the usual and a bit over. Right, well, when you mention Cottle's Bridge, oh, for God's sake. I think you get as much enjoyment out of yours as I do in mine, because you can take it, when you're inside and looking at TV program, you can eavesdrop on what's going on, can't you? And it's very nice indeed. So, and no regrets. Righto, well, I think that's just about all now, David. I'll pass it back to you, and I'll let this fiend have a spell, because the silence is broken. Oh, what do you know, eh? Righto, David. VK3 BDH, VK3 EN in the group, and we say good morning.
VK3 EN in the group, VK3 BDH. Fine, Henry. Seem to have lost my modulation. No, still going. I have to turn everything back while you're on, Henry.
Oh, Charlie, we're in trouble. That's better. Well, wouldn't it worry you? Righto, Ken, have a go, will you please? VK3 and...
I don't know whether it's got it put over to me or not. I was just disconnecting a phone. VK3 ACR, VK3 GK. Was it put over to me, Charles?
Now, will you go by that there lift off when he comes on again and see what happens? After the first one. Look, just off the record, there's a bit of monitoring going on. You understand what I mean, don't you? Right, well now, apart from that, it's going exceptionally well. A coupling condenser arcing over. Now we're in trouble all the time here. I'll have to leave it go. The plate code is jumping up. I'll think it over, Tom, and try and get some information out of go and say good morning at the moment, because I can see that I'm only down about less than half power now. 813 has had it.
VK3 ACR is calling and listening.
VK3 Ian is also doing the same. Good morning, Charlie.
And VK38Z also listening. Good morning, Charlie, and good morning, Henry.
And good morning, Charlie Henry, and also the other one, VK3 BCH.
VK3LV saying good morning to a lot. By the way, Charlie, on this S-meter, your reading is down a bit now to what it was when you were tuning up. VK3LV, bye.
Righto, Charlie, you're first in. VK3 ACR, VK3 Ian.
VK3 Hungry Zulus.
Oh, are you really VK3AZ? To, yes, well, good morning to you and to Clem, to also you, Len. Righto, Charlie, VK3 Ian. Right, well, now, the other problem is this morning. Now, yesterday, 80 was pretty lively, and last night it was the VK6s were coming in, and it was quite good. Dennis the Menace. Yes, well, I tried the aerial. I hadn't used it for some considerable time, but I just... Well, this is a genuine call, so excuse me a moment. Take it, Murray, will you? Oh, it's gone off again now. God, I wish I could find out who that chap is. Look, fella, if you want to talk to me, I'm here. Only, oh, go and jump in the lake. Right over, Murray.
VK387, the group to VK3EN. Yeah, good morning, the other way around rather. VK38 said to VK3EN in the group. I must be up the wrong side of the bed or something this morning.
VK3LV in the group, VK3LV returning to the group. Well, good morning everyone. That telephone of Henry's, well, we get a bit of that here now and again. Not very often, but now and again. You go to answer the darn thing, and when you pick up the receiver, there's nobody there. So I don't know. It doesn't happen very often here, though. And because of my profession in the past, sometimes I think it's some imp doing something to... perhaps he thinks we're not up earlier enough in the morning or something, because normally the thing goes about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Henry, listen, I don't know why you don't leave that... I know it's inconvenient to leave the phone off the hook for that hour, or around the hour that we're on, but I can quite see like that it's really annoying, but I think you should take into consideration that the person who's doing it, he's sick. The fellow is sick, so I think you should put up with it, like as we do when anyone is ill, well, and they've got different fads and all that, well, we play to them, and I pity the fellow, because as you get, kleptomania and all that, that is a disease, and then you get a person that has a nervous breakdown, and people go crook at them, but they're sick. They're really sick. So I'd, if it annoys you, we'll take the phone off the hook. I'd suggest. But I'm very sorry for the fellow. And there seems to be a number of them about. They're the blokes that ring up the fire brigade and all that sort of thing. Get a terrific amount of fun out of seeing thousands of dollars spent and all this sort of thing. Could be quite bright in some respects, and yet there's that trace of sickness, which is mental. Anyway, enough about that. And Henry, I did want to remark about that fence. I'd go along now and again. It may be a nudist colony in there or something like that. You don't know. You want to have a gig around there. It could be anything going on there. But just the same, people have these ideas, don't they?
VK3 Able Roger Love, and don't you go, Charlie. I want you. I'll get in the queue in my usual space.
Good morning, Lynn.
Oh, they're coming out of the woodwork, Charlie. VK3ACR and the group VK3EN now with 3ARL and VK3GK. Well, good morning to you. Good to see you back again, Lynn. Yes, Charlie, yes, well, I might just do that. And actually, I have the names of these two, they're teenagers, I think. And that's what I'm led to believe. I've got their names, but If it's any satisfaction to them, well, good luck to them, I suppose. But I'm quite willing to talk to them. If they want to talk, I'll talk to them. Just more or less relieve them somewhat. And about the IR, yes, oh well, we know the age of it, don't we? Good on you, fella. And by the way, they brought a load of rocks in here to this place, and one of them's about 3 foot through. Oh, great big things. So they must be going to have a rock garden behind that. Yes, Charlie, I have seen other fences like this, but this is the rough timber, and there are spaces that you can look through. So perhaps when we're going down the road, we might look through. Who knows? And get caught. So that must be going around. But, Murray, yes, what have I got for you now? Yeah, previously, I only went up to about 4 or 5 at the most, on 80 and 80 only. But just a moment and I'll snip it. Yes, thank you, back again. Now, what else did you say, Charlie? I'm a little bit mixed up this morning, aren't I? But the low reading actually concerned me because I can only get about 75% output at the 100 mils on SWR.
Well, what do you know?
Yes, Lynn, we missed you on the coffee break there for quite some time. So, anyway, it's good to have you back. Now, what else is there? I think that's just about all from this end here now. Got no further comments now to make. About the fence, Sir Murray. Yes, oh well, perhaps if they stain it or do something like that, but it's evidently going to be a rock garden behind it. Oh, there's some huge rocks there, and the people concerned have spent well over 8,000 on the alterations, and it's a beautiful place inside with all modern conveniences, and it's really superb. So that's that. Well, then I did act on your advice, and then I returned same, and is at it again. Right. Well, now who do I pass it to now? I didn't have any luck with my crystal. I tried to increase the frequency. My friend's at it again. And I didn't have any luck. Able to shift at about 50 kc, but that's all. And in regard to the interference on the phone, yes, well, when we were at headquarters, the only interference we had from any source on the phone was at Spring Street. And the PMG put a small condenser across the then type of carbon mic, and that cured it. Well, this is pretty consistent. So what do you do with a bloke like that, Rodney? Do you throttle him or what? Right. Well, I'll go and remove the offending problem.
choose a standing wave ratio meter on this one because I found that the one that's for the 200 gives an infinitesimal reading with my low power. But it gave me a few clues. Anyway, I've been out with the soldering iron and the araldite, and I have mended my broken shaft. Whether it's dead centre or not, I wouldn't know. I found that my mainspring, although I was assured it was broken, was not even broken at all. It had just come away from the centre part of it, and they hadn't even looked.
Can you hear that, Henry?
Yes, I'm hearing it. That's that idiot that's bugging me so often. I know his call sign. I've been given it, and I think I'll pass it on to the radio.
I'm mucking around with grandfather. VK3ACR in the group. VK3 Able. Roger love.
Gentlemen, just a moment. Can I break in? Right, the group there, yes, there was an idiot playing music on the transmission, and I have been given his call sign. And now, what is the procedure now? Will I report him?
Oh, I think so, Henry, if he's that stupid. I mean, he's deliberately jamming Lynn, so I think if you just ring up the radio branch and get onto a radio inspector. Oh, the fun.
I wouldn't know what to do. Leave it to the others. Righto, VK3N and the group, VK3ACR.
Two. 3, 2. Oh, good morning, Preston. I take it that's you. 2 rings and a little dit. The RF choke in the final, of course, that's I think a 3 or 4 pi, one of the transmitting chokes. Well, just hold it a minute, Charlie. Now it's on again. VK3N. There's another one. I wonder if that's an annoyance factor. Anyway, we'll see. Well, there's another 2 rings. Well, Preston, if that's you, well, good morning, but it's been very erratic this morning. Yes. No, Charlie, George has got other things to do tomorrow morning, but in case he does change his mind. 2, 3. Wouldn't it rock you, eh? 3 rings this time. Right, yes, in case he changes his mind, well then, we'll come along. We're going to see if anyone is there, just... Oh, perhaps he's gone again. Stopped again. Oh, they might be testing the exchange, who knows. What were you on, Charlie? Goodness. About the .01s, yes, well, we'll leave that in abeyance and see what it is, if that is the correct value or not. But there is a reason for it. Bill Severs, I'm sending him a circuit there. He's interested in. He's going to give it the once over and see what he makes of it. Nobody there? Can't hear it for the noise. Someone's speaking, but the noise on the line is terrific. You can't hear it. Can't understand it. Oh, that looks like we've got phone trouble, Charlie. So let's hope it's cleared up a little later on. Righto, well, that's about all for the moment. Right, well, for the present, we say cheerio, VK. Oh, God. Here it is again. Hey, God, here it is again, one this time. At varying strength, so I did take a liberty of asking him to write to you. They're starting to find... Oh. What do you make of it? And, well, we'll have it out now and we'll get direct on it. But, anyway, the reading is reversed. I don't know. I think someone must be playing a joke, surely. Right, again, VK3GK, VK3ACR, 3... Yeah,
VK3N, VK3ACR, VK3GK. Yes, Henry, I think someone's got a unfortunate sense of humour there.
You're getting into the aerial. Good night, Preston. And I've got a telephone message, or not a message, I've got a telephone number for you from our friend down the bay. So I'll give it to that at the first opportunity. Well, now what further comment now? And two. Well, that's the second ring from Preston, the signal. So he must have got 3MT. Well, you've been heard in Murrumbina, chaps. So that's our signal. Actually, we've got a listener who is taking a great interest in these bands, and he usually reports signals from all over the place, and that's a signal to let us know that he's received you. Yeah, now what further comment now? I'm just, I'm hibernating here at the moment now because it's raining like the dickens here. And, I think we're all stuck inside today. Preston, I haven't heard anything from Preston for quite some time now. Well, of course he has his troubles too, and he's a busy man down there at the job. But still, we'll get a breakthrough from him soon. And Norm, I expected Norm might show up through AOC, but he didn't, not at the present this morning. Because we're not, we'll say not as young as we used to be, are we? Oh, I thought I heard the phone, but it wasn't. Yes, by the time you get up there, you'd be a little out of breath, wouldn't you? But still, it was remarkably good. Yes. Oh, here's the call, so excuse me, will you a moment? I'll break on this. VK3N. VK3N returning just for a quick one. That was evidently Preston because it was the regulation signal, and it stopped before I could get it. Before I could get to it, so that would be Preston. Good morning, Preston, and thanks for letting us know that you're still with us, VK3N, and good morning, chaps. Of the trouble there, well, I suppose it's not brought on deliberately, and these things do happen. The signal here is up round the lines, Jerry. Now, Charlie, your modulation is not very deep this morning. It's in the background, and all those aerial connections, as I've two. That will be Preston too. Good morning, Preston. You must be listening to what's going on. Yes, with all the areas around, it does make a big difference in your reading. But I have tied it down considerably now. So after a period of about for two. Now that goes on. It's a little bit disconcerting actually when that happens because you don't know what's going on. That happens quite often. Two rings which we do take as Preston, but when it occurs at odd times, then you begin to wonder whether someone's playing a joke. Right, Tom, well, Tom, what I do at 3KE, now there's two rings again. Right, well, we'll assume then that's you, Preston, acknowledging Ken's transmission. Yes, well, now, what were they up to now? Don't know, I know. expect to have it in a fortnight. So that's all to the good. 2. Well, I don't know, wouldn't it rock you? Well, that's another signal. All right, whoever it is, I've heard you. Righto then, Tom, well back. Hello? K3AM. Yes. Hello? Hello? K3AM returning just for a quick one. Be on the way there either. But it's, oh well. 2. Good morning, Preston. I'm hoping that's that you again. And now, let's see here. Oh, Sandy's been quite active to answer, I think. So, over to you, Len, VK. Oh, wait a minute. Well, there's 2 rings again now. What's happening now? I'll pass over to you, Ken. Will you come in between and tell us what you've been doing? VK3GK, VK3EN with LV to follow.
Yes, that is possibly Preston. Heard a noise then. Good morning, Preston.
Only one channel at the time. I wonder. Well, now, what else is the name? Oh, the dinner the last time but with the 2 coming together with the increase in fees and the license, well, then that bumps it up some, doesn't it? Oh. I don't disregard it. I did have a word with Preston in relation to that, and he said that he doesn't send the signal through anymore because on account of these rings that I'm getting. So it would point now that it's some other source. So if I'm quick enough, I could lift it off, and then they'd have to pay for the call. Here it is again. Righto, chaps, give it away, will you? It's serving no useful purpose. Righto, well now, I think that's just about the lot now, Ken. It's your go to wind it up. It's, pulling things to pieces that I've made some considerable time ago that I've got no further use for, and storing up the parts. So... You hear that phone? I have reported it, and if it persists, of course they're going to trace it. But Preston assures us now that he doesn't ring, so we don't know who it is. So anyway, it's up for trace. Go and pull it off the hook, George. Well, yeah, we'll just give them something to think about. Right, now, Charlie, that good news is very, very welcome. Overhead, wires and things, see there's no sag in them, and that, and I was speaking to him about it, and he said, well reported. He said, we've got very quick means of tracing the call, and if so, we'll act on it. So anyone that's listening that is just making these calls, don't do it anymore, because you might be traced. What's going on? 2. Well, I don't know. This confounded phone's ringing, and I wonder who it is. Right, now what else is there? Right, I think that's all the news from this end.
Yep. All right then, well, we pass. Hear that phone? Well, I better answer it this time. Right, over to you, Lynn. VK. It stopped again. Right, well, this is a reoccurrence of what I had previous. VK3ARL, VK3EN. 2, 3, 4. Well, I'd better go and... I'll say good morning and go and see who it is, see if it is anyone. Stopped again. Right, Lynn, Lynn, rather, I have made an alteration, actually. Righto, it's still going, so just for the heck of it, I'll listen. VK3EN is now clear of the group. Just a moment. Well, I would assume that would be you, Preston. 2. But give or take a few rings sometimes. Yeah, measurement of the just a moment again. Right, well, on the next over, I'll slip and take the phone off the hook and go jump in the lake, mate. Right, VK3EN back in circulation again. Righto, thanks, Murray. I've got all the details of that, and I think I've got the whole thing now clear in my mind, so we'll be pleased to see you if you can make it, that's for certain. Yes, it's a bit of a problem, and not being familiar with the general setup of this particular unit, well then it's a little bit strange. Go and lift off the phone, will you? Settle him somehow. I'm getting a little bit of feedback, aren't I? Yeah. Righto, well, on to you then, Ken, then, and we'll see what Lynn's got to say in that regard too, because he'll have to tell Charlie about his experiences there, and it's evidently he's on the right track now. Anyway, many thanks, Charlie and Murray, for that, and sorry to be a trouble, but these things happen.
Right, it's the 4th of June, 1981, and this is recordings of the coffee break, during which there will be some tings made.
Oh. VK3HZ on frequency.
Right on cue.
Yes, well, it's not a very nice morning, is it, Jeff? It's been... I heard a ring. It's been raining here most of the morning. Yes, I told you yesterday I got one of those digital clocks. My word, they're hard to set on time, aren't they? It either you just about reach it, and then you make a quick press, and you jump it. But well, we just plug it in, see what happens. But it's a nice little unit, and it's what's going on there? We're getting some intermittent rings on the phone here, but not a genuine ring. Yes, well, Charlie won't be here, and of course it's Bob's day out. But it was very interesting too to see all that equipment. Oh, they must be testing the line somewhere, surely. Yes, well, it's a massive thing, isn't it, when you get a closer look at it and see all that hydraulic system and that electronic. But they seem to have a lot of facilities there available to get onto it quickly. But apart from that, Murray, there's been no action. Well, what do you know about that? There's a ring now. Well, just hold it for a minute, Murray, and I'll see what's doing. No, Murray, no, it's evidently they're testing. they were down about 2 streets away. They had a whole lot of the cables there untangled, and evidently they got some bother. Oh no, well, it's only testing. All right, Murray, well, have you got anything this morning? VK3HZ, VK3EN.
Yeah, VK3EN, VK3HZ. Yeah, that sounds like test ringing, of course. It's not the usual ringer type of ring.
Yes, that equipment is beautifully made, and there's no doubt about that. Well, this looks like a genuine one, Murray, so I'll have to break you again. Oh, confound it. No, it's off again now. Yes, well, I'm very satisfied with mine, Murray. I've got one of their good models, and, you know, from the usual place, though. And the... what the... As soon as I switch off, he goes off. Never mind. Yes, well, I'm very satisfied with mine, so that's the last experiment I've been trying. I'll take it off the hook, Murray. Well, my friend, whoever you are, you go for your life. Now, what else did you say, Murray? Makes it a little bit disjointed when you get interrupted like that. Oh, about the link trainers there. But I see all those young ladies there, you know, pilot trainers there, or trainees, and they seem to be enjoying themselves, don't they?
Actually, it's wired so that I can switch to 2 different sets. There's a couple of small speakers. Oh, there's my phone now. No, it's changed. It's mine too. What goes on? That was must have been somebody realised they got off on the wrong track.
Where they had valves in it. Look at the massive power supplies and cabinets and things that are associated with that. Just watch this, Murray. As soon as I speak, he stops ringing. Yes, this is the bloke that's evidently been on for quite some time, intermittently. I don't know what joy he gets out of it, but well, that's his worry. Now, about the That's better, that's fixed him. Yes, now, a little bit disjointed again this morning. But as far as the AM is concerned, it has got very pleasing response. And of course, since the stations have changed over to transistorized equipment, it's very much improved in the quality.
Okay, Henry. Oh, yes, so that's interesting about the EJ. Here's my telephone again.
Funny things, you know, to the people and the different styles of people. And, well, that's the latest craze. What about trying something like that, eh? Hello, Test. Is that coming through, Murray?
Yes, Henry, modulation appears to be perhaps down, but it's okay.
Oh, good. Well, that's funny because the meter's moving, but I'm not getting very far with it. It's only going about 3/4 way, so I'll have to do something about that. Oh, that's got a better kick. Okay. Righto, I got the sig. Right, well then, we go on from that. And now the other thing is I've dug out all my cards, my QSL cards, just for something to do. And there's only one that I haven't had any contact at all, and that's the Eskimos. I can go around all the... Well, I don't know. What's that confounded thing beeping? I'll just pause and see who it is. No, there's no reply. Righto, well, that's enough for the time being until I find out what it's all about. Righto, Murray, VK3HZ, VK3EN.
Well, I presume it's your little portable phone that's beeping, is it, Henry? Sometimes they do go mad. Sometimes mine picks up sources of interference of some sort and goes a little bit mad. It's pretty hard to check what it might be. However, there we are. It's still a very handy device. Yeah, it transmitter sound. It sounds all right this morning.
The volume control is not controlling the volume control. It's just turning the knob. So I must have knocked it a little bit, and we lost some of our modulation. Well, I think we've lost a lot, to tell you the truth, because it's not doing any good. Oh, we'll get to do the best we can for the moment, and it's out again to tighten that screw up. And now, what did we leave off at? Oh, those beeps on the... Now, had you heard that, Murray?
Yes, Henry.
That's peculiar, isn't it? Well, we still stick at it. But it's disconcerting because you think it's going to break into a call. Now, look, Murray, I've been trying to get onto the department for this problem that I've been looking at, and the visitor that we had the other day. But every number that I ring, they say it's been discontinued, and I'm getting nowhere. The Queen's Road one is discontinued. The city one is discontinued, and the reported one is discontinued. And well, all the numbers in the book I've rung and got nowhere. Well, mind you, we'll have to find out what this beep is. There it is again. Okay, about your visitor there, Harold, 3XK. I don't think I've met him. And Bob, you created an interest there then when you said JPO. Well, I think that is the chap near Hartwell that I visited many years ago, of course. He's an Englishman, and he was that one that was getting G's in all the time. He was of a daytime there. He was getting G after G in, and I did contact him in his home there, of course, and then he invited me over to hear the way the G's were coming in there, and that must have been one and the same chap, but I can't recollect his name now. But when you mentioned near the Hartwell station in that area, well then that made me remember something. Now, a little bit disorganised today, aren't I? But I have to find why the modulation is down. It's not doing its job at all. The class B is only going up about 20 mils, and that's not enough. So I started with the cars, going through all the QSL cars that I've got, and it's amazing the number of places that I've contacted. I've been making a list of them, and practically all the Pacific Islands in and around Hawaii and all those places, Washington Island. There's one place that I haven't contacted, and that's that island. Well, I can't even remember the name of it. Pitcairn Island. Oh, this is just because, just a moment, chaps, and I'll go and bring the thing here. Righto, I've got her alongside me now, and we'll see what happens. And I hope I don't blow it up, but it'll be interesting to see if it responds now, to see if it is a genuine call, or it's just testing. Oh, God, jump it. Jump in the lake. the thing's uncanny. Well, I wonder what that'll be. All right, well, I won't persist with it because I might do some damage, so I've got to make my stay short. I'll cut the carrier. Righto, Charlie. Well, now, do you hear that?
Yeah, the noise has stopped, Henry. It's as quiet as a grave at the present moment.
I see. Well, this telephone there is beeping at me.
Yeah, well, it's a loud beep.
Well, why? Murray, have you any clues?
No, probably getting some of your RF into it somehow.
Never did it before. Oh, boy. All right, chaps. Well, let's call it a day until I find an answer to this, eh? So it'll be over to you, Murray. VK3. VK3 and VK3HZ.
Okay, Henry, you've been in the game long enough to know that RF's the most unpredictable thing. It looks as though you're really getting into the phone. There we are. Incidentally, mine's sitting in here alongside me, but of course I'm not using... I spoke too soon. I'll say cheerio anyhow, fellas, and...
What's going on?
No, it's gone. Somebody's changed their mind. I won't say cheerio. On 40... just a sec. Somebody's having fun and games. So, there we are. Yeah. I wonder if that's Henry dialing and listening to it coming back over the air. Never mind, Charlie. Okay, anyhow, I'll say cheerio. I'm sick of this. I'll say cheerio on this over.
Murray breaking in. Do you think that's deliberate?
Say anything.
I don't know. It could be, Henry.
Go ahead, then pass it to me.
By God, I'll never forget this day. 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 Well, now, what the thing is? Oh, we heard a little about Preston. Do you remember Preston Wall? He's still at Meldon, and I can still correspond actually by tapes. They send each other tapes, and he wished to be remembered to us all. So the old guy's still going up there. And by the way, not so much of the old guys. We're only as old as we feel. Some of us don't feel very well, do we? Right. Well, I'm making a comment on it, and Charlie, if you can hear, there's some people that have come round on Sunday night and come right round the back here and plastered a yellow sign with VK3EN, the top of the AM band. And they plastered it on the two front windows, the bedroom window and the lounge window, and they planted two of them on the back windows here at the back room, where the radio is. And
And both Murray and I are very keen to find out what the idea was. And at the same time, they placed it 2 down there on Murray's. So what the idea was, we don't know, but we'd like to find out. So the guys that did that, make yourself known, chaps, because we acknowledge we're beaten. We haven't a clue as to where it's come from. So let us know, will you? Righto, Jeff. VK3AUX, VK3EN.
Yes, VK3LV in the group, VK3AUX. Yes, I wonder if any of your neighbours got any of them there, Murray or Henry, or whether they were just blasted on your windows there. Yes, could be another broadcast station coming on there somewhere.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Sharon. All the best. Bye. Good evening.
Mr. Kentworthy.
Yes.
Oh, this is Charlie.
Charlie?
Tuttle from South Nerang.
I haven't heard you. Have I met you before, Charlie?
Yes, I think about this time last year, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yes.
But I think your program is very interesting, and the Bing Crosby song, well, I've always been a Bing Crosby crooner fan, and it brought back so many memories of past days to me.
I think that he's been a favourite of many people.
Oh, this is for sure.
What makes you call, Charlie?
The main reason I've bothered to call today is...
Look, fella, if...
Sorry, we've seemed to have struck a bit of trouble there. Hello there. It's you.
Good evening, Alex.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
That's good.
Righto, well, here's Henry, just to... I've taken over this morning, so here's Henry.
Righto, chaps. Yes, it's been good this morning. We've had a good contact all. Oh, we've got the bird back again. We had the bird back yesterday, and our friend, of course, he said, "What's that pecking?" He was at it continually, and we let him go, but he never let up. He just sat there and pecked at that there window, and then I don't know what happened, but about 4 o'clock before tea on the same racket. Well, I haven't got any canvas small enough to hang over the window, and otherwise I'd put a bit of a curtain over it and try to stop him, because he must be wearing his beak down. All right, well, I think that lets me up too.
Any more of the mobiles like to give a test for a report? VK3EN.
VK3EN, VK3ACH, mobile in Footscray, West Footscray. Your 5 and 9 were still with us, Henry. Very strong signal. All signals pretty good. I'm wondering if Ken has left home yet. VK3EN, VK3ACH mobile.
I haven't heard Cedric, VK3ACH. Year 5 and 7 here, Cedric, are still maintaining a good clear signal here. Right, any other mobiles want to report?
Henry, I've got an antenna on now. I've been running it down to practically to Earth. Henry, do you know, is there a VK3 A by Echo Bravo on the frequency? Because that's I copied that call earlier on when I come in, VK3EN, VK3AKC.
VK3AKC, VK3EN. Yes, he was with us earlier in the morning, but he won't be on now until later in the morning. So he pulled out some little time ago. VK3AKC, VK3EN.
Thank you very much.
VK3AEB and VK3ACH. Pass on to Cedric that I haven't left yet, but Jack is at home. VK3GK.
Tom, I'm in West Footscray at the moment, and Ian's hard on my heels, and Eric 3ADU is a few miles ahead of us, 3ACH bike.
VK3AEB, VK3AEB. With us, Tom? VK3EN.
I don't know what's happened. Tom, VK3AEB, VK3.
VK3ACH mobile and the group is the VK3AEB. Yes, I heard somebody else calling me, but I was a long way away. Well, I'm not in the shack, I'm quite a distance away from it. But you're 5 and 9, Cedric, as I told you. I just passed in and gave you a quick report. But I heard somebody else call you. I think it was it wasn't Ian because he's dead many years ago. So
he's not dead, mate.
VK3AEB, VK3H mobile, West Footscray.
That'll get me shot, Henry.
Ian, AXH is a mile or two behind me. Eric ADU mobile is a few miles ahead of me, I suppose 5. And Ron AKC down in Geelong is on frequency. He was asking about you a minute ago. I think he would be glad of a few words with you.
Yes, VK3AEB, VK3, and good morning, Tom. A long time, isn't it? I've heard you often enough, but never broke in to call you. Yes, Ron was after you down Geelong there. He was calling to see where you were. 5 and 9 you're up to now, Tom, loud and clear. And I'm copying most of or in fact all the mobile stations I've called I've heard. But the only one that's got me tricked is 3AYG at Ballarat. And he's got QSB and he's very hard to copy here at the present moment. VK3AEB, VK3 and clear and listening out.
VK3, Mr. VK3AEB, good morning, Henry. How many years, my boy? Nearly 20 years. Gee. 20 years on 2 metres. Long time no see. Well, very pleased to make your acquaintance, Henry, again. On 160 this time, the first time, I think. Well, what do you know about that?
Worry about. Righto, Herman, I'll answer the phone at last. It's going again. Well, I'm back again. And if the person that is listening to check up on, as I gave you before, the .01 couplings, and produces plate current. They got some aluminium. Well, look, Murray, I'll leave you for the moment, and thanks. This phone is going again, and I've missed it 3 times, and I'll try and catch it this time. Anyway, thanks for the information, Murray. And believe me, stopped again. About 3 or 4 rings and stopped. I wonder if it's a nuisance call. Who knows? Righto, Murray. Well, righto. Well, look, there's that phone again. I'll have to run this time and try and get him. Oh, no. Now, look, this has been going all the morning. 2, 3, 4 rings and stops. And I think it must be somebody that's playing. Oh, no, just look at it, listen at it. There it is again, 2, 3 rings. Righto, Murray, well, we'll try and catch it somehow. The silence is broken. Oh, for God's sake. And I'll let this fiend never have a spell. The silence is broken. Oh, what do you know, eh? Charlie, we're in trouble. Don't worry you. Oh, for God's sake. VK3. Look, just off the record, there's a bit of monitoring going on. You understand what I mean, don't you? 2, 3, 2. Oh, good morning, Preston. I take it that's you. 2 rings and a little bit. Well, just hold it a minute, Charlie. Now it's on again. VK3. There's another one. I wonder if that's an annoyance factor. Anyway, we'll see. 2 rings and a little bit. Well, there's another 2 rings. Well, Preston, if that's you, well, good morning, but it's been very erratic this morning. Yes, 2 rings and a little bit. Oh, good morning, Preston. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, what do you know, eh? Don't worry you. Look, just off the record, there's a bit of monitoring going on. 2, 3, 2. Oh, good morning, Preston. I take it that's you. 2 rings and a little bit. Another 2 rings. Well, Preston, if that's you, well, good morning, but it's been very erratic this morning. 3, 2, 3. Wouldn't it rock you, eh? 3 rings this time. Oh, Cropsy gone again. Oh, Cropsy gone again. Stopped again. Oh, that might be testing the exchange, who knows? Oh, that looks like we've got phone trouble, Charlie. So let's hope it's cleared up a little later on. Oh, God. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, now, just look at it, listen at it. 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 Well, there's a few more rings. They keep on coming through now. Oh. And, I'll let this fiend never have a spell. Wouldn't it worry you? Well, wouldn't it worry you? Well, wouldn't it worry you? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake. Wouldn't it rock you, Wouldn't it rock you, Wouldn't it rock you, Wouldn't it rock you? 3 rings this time. Oh, Foxy, gone again. Well, there's another 2 rings. Well, Preston, if that's you, well, good morning, but it's been very erratic this morning. Oh, that looks like we've got phone trouble, Charlie. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here it is again. Because here it is again, 1 this time. Because here it is again, 1 this time. Oh. What do you make of it? What do you make of it? What do you make of it? I think someone must be playing a joke, surely. Well, look, Murray, I'll leave you for the moment, and thanks. This phone is going again, and I've missed it 3 times, and I'll try and catch it this time. And believe me, stopped again, about 3 or 4 rings and stopped. I wonder if it's a nuisance call. And believe me, stopped again, about 3 or 4 rings and stopped. Oh, righto. Well, look, there's that phone again. I'll have to run this time and try and get him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wouldn't it rock you, Oh, that looks like we've got phone trouble, Charlie. So let's hope it's cleared up a little later on. Oh, no. Well, we'll try and catch it somehow. I'll have to run this time and try and get him. And believe me, stopped again. About 3 or 4 rings and stopped. I wonder if it's a nuisance call. Oh, no. Now, look, this has been going all the morning. 2, 3, 4 rings and stops. And I think it must be somebody that's playing. Oh, now, just look at it, listen at it. Just look at it, listen at it. Well, look, there's that phone again. I'll have to run this time and try and get him. Oh, no. Now, look, this has been going all the morning. Here it is again. 2, 3 rings. Right, 2, 3 rings. We'll try and catch it somehow. I'll have to run this time. Nobody there? Well, there's a few more rings. They keep on coming through now. Now, I'll have to cut this. Phone's going here. Oh, the thing's stopped now. And I'll answer the phone at last. It's going again. And I'll answer the phone at last. It's going again. Well, I'm back again. Well, I'm back again. Well, I'm back again. No, there's another one. Oh, God. Here it is again. Because here it is again. 1 this time. Oh. What do you make of it? I don't know. I think someone must be playing a joke, surely.
Yes, Henry, I think someone's got a unfortunate sense of humour there.
Wouldn't it rock you, 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 Wouldn't it rock you,
Righto, well, now comes Henry. Righto, I think it's Henry, isn't it? Righto.
I think it's Henry, isn't it, Ken?
Righto, VK3, K in the group, VK3, Ian. Right. And a happy man. And, when you mention the Cottles Bridge, I think you get as much enjoyment out of yours as I do of mine, because you can take it, when you're inside and looking at TV programs, you can eavesdrop on what's going on, can't you? Righto, 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 righto. I'll let this fiend never have a spell, because what do you know, eh?
Seem to have lost my motivation.
Well, wouldn't it worry you? Now, will you go by that there lift off when he comes on again and see what happens?
2.
3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 2 rings and a little bit. Well, just hold it a minute, Charlie. Now it's on again. There's another one. I wonder if that's an annoyance factor. I wonder if that's an annoyance factor. I wonder if that's an annoyance factor. Well, there's another 2 rings. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Wasn't it rocky, eh? 3 rings this time. What were you on, Charlie? Goodness. Nobody there?
Can't hear it for the noise. There's someone speaking, but the noise on the line is terrific. You can't hear it. Can't understand it.
Nobody there?
Can't hear it for the noise. There's someone speaking, but the noise on the line is terrific. You can't hear it. Can't understand it.
Oh, that was a phone trouble, Charlie. Oh, God. Here it is again.
Hey, God, here it is again. One this time. Well, we'll have it out now and we'll get direct on it.
There's a few more rings. They keep on coming through now. And believe me, stopped again. About 3 or 4 rings and stopped. I wonder if it's a nuisance call. Who knows? Righto, Murray, well... Righto. Righto, Murray, well... Righto. Who knows? Righto, Murray, well... Righto. Righto. Who knows? Righto, Murray, well...
I think it's Henry, isn't it, Ken?
Righto, VK3 GK and the group VK3 Ian. Right. All round 2 and good signals. And a happy man. Yes, now whatever adjustments you've made to that tuner, and that has been worthwhile. I think this is just about the best that I've heard you in signal strength and quality. Arthur, you're not bad, 5 and 8. And Ken, you're the usual, and David, of course, you're the usual and a bit over. Right, well, when you mention Cottle's Bridge, oh, for God's sake. I think you get as much enjoyment out of yours as I do of mine, because you can take it, when you're inside and looking at TV program, you can eavesdrop on what's going on, can't you? And it's very nice indeed. So, and no regrets. Righto, well, I think that's just about all now, David. I'll pass it back to you, and I'll let this fiend have a spell, because... silence is broken. Well, what do you know, eh? Righto, David. VK3 BDH, VK3 EN in the group, and we say good morning.
VK3 EN in the group, VK3 BDH. Fine, Henry. Seem to have lost my modulation. Alright, still going. I have to turn everything back while you're on, Henry.
Charlie, we're in trouble. That's better. Well, wouldn't it worry you? Righto, Ken, have a go, will you please? VK3 and...
I don't know whether it's got it put over to me or not. I was just disconnecting a phone. VK3 ACR, VK3 GK. Was it put over to me, Charles?
Now, will you go by that there lift off when he comes on again and see what happens? After the first one.